Hi, Tom Ziglar here, CEO of the Zig Ziglar Corporation, and you are on the Ziglar Coaching Academy, the life coaching channel. Now, this channel is for life coaches or people who are thinking about becoming a life coach. And we're going through right now what we call the life coach business wheel. And so there's spokes on this wheel that you've got to create in your life coach business in order to achieve the success that you want. So right now we're in the marketing spoke on that wheel. And the lesson today is about compelling copy, targeting your avatar and your unique advantage. And so let's talk about this for a second. If you are a life coach or wanting to become a life coach, you got to put the word out. You got to let the world know that you are a life coach. Well, it starts with who is your avatar? Who are the people, the specific niche that you want to engage with? And when I talk to a lot of life coaches, they'll say, oh, I'll coach anybody. Well, that's true. You might be a good fit for coaching anybody, but from a marketing perspective and from a messaging and branding perspective, that's going to be a real challenge. And so what you want to do is narrow that focus in. You might look at your own experience. You might look at where your passion is. You might look at a certain problem that you just love working with and helping people to overcome. So let's just say your avatar for the argument of this lesson is, hey, you know what? I want to work with 45 to 60-year-old individuals who are going through a transition. Maybe this new AI technology is interrupting the way they've always done life. Maybe they're an empty nest. Maybe they are thinking about relocating to a new area. And that's who you want to help as a life coach. You want to help them create balance and plans and strategies so that they can go and live the life they've always dreamed of. So you create this avatar of who they are. And the more you can describe that avatar, the more characteristics you give them, age and what their long-term goals are, or maybe what industry or experience they came out of, the more compelling and the more accurate your marketing copy will become. And if you haven't already, there's so many different AI tools that will help you in developing this. And then you've got to say, well, what is my unique advantage in this? And so you've got to list all of the things that you do differently than everybody else. Maybe your superpower is your ability to listen and engage. Maybe you came out of a certain industry and that's who you're going to really target. And so you want to talk about your 30 years or your 20 years in a certain industry helping solve these kinds of problems. Maybe you had a personal experience where you went for a huge transformation in your own life, reinventing yourself and overcoming some obstacles that you can help somebody who's going through the same challenge. So you take that information and then you need to write compelling copy. Something that when somebody reads that, it speaks to them. It says, that's who I want. That's who I want to talk to. And again, you can get AI tools to help you do this. You can get marketers to do this. Maybe that's a skill set that you have, but you don't want landing page copy or any type of website copy or even copy that you have in your Facebook or social media or things like that. You don't want it to sound me too, right? You want it to sound, hey, this is uniquely who I am. This is the unique problem I solve, and I do it for these kinds of people. Now, the reason that this is so important is this: when you start putting this together, it informs everything else in your whole marketing funnel, your follow-on emails, the lead magnets and free gifts that you give along the way you engage people on social media. It informs all of those things. So that's the lesson here. Who is your avatar? Who do you want to go after? What is your unique advantage that you do? What's the problem that you solve better than anybody else? And how are you then going to put that into combined, compelling copy that when somebody reads, they say, I want to know more? Thank you for being part of the Ziglar Coaching Academy. If you have any ideas that you want me to dig into, then leave that in the comment below and I'll bring it up in a future post right here on the Ziglar Coaching Academy. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with somebody, but I challenge you. Who do you want to solve the problem for? What's that person's avatar, and what is the unique gift that you have in helping them solve that problem? Put that down on a sheet of paper and write a compelling story that will engage them. We'll see you next time.